First, there was the Tesla Roadster, and then there was the Model S, and now it's time for Elon Musk's third act, the Model X. You know, the big one with the crazy doors. More on those Falcon wing doors later. First, let's quickly outline what the Model X is and what it shares in common with its saloon sibling, the Model S. So despite being an all-new car from Tesla, there are many similarities between this Model X and the Model S. They both have the same chassis, the same battery pack, or range of battery packs rather. They have the same electric motors. And those motors, despite a little extra weight, give the X the same rocket ship performance we've come to expect from Tesla. This 90D version could do 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.8 seconds and has a top speed of 155. If you drive sensibly, then Tesla says you can get 300 miles out of each charge. For customers who want even more power, the P100D version hits 60 in a supercar bothering 2.9 seconds, but it costs £130,000 or $40,000 more than the car you see here. Step inside and it's much the same story. Apart from the more elevated driving position, anyone who's been in a Model S will immediately feel at home in the Model X. The dashboard and steering wheel are largely the same, and so is the huge touchscreen display we use to control the sat-nav, climate, music and other vehicle settings. And it's a practical car too. You can buy the Model X with either 5, 6 or 7 seats, and with the 6 seats here it feels a little bit like a private jet. There's plenty of storage space as well. In the back here, even with 2 seats almost in the boot, there's still room for a couple of bags. And in the front, because there's no engine, there's room for a couple more. But does the Model X really work here in Britain, with our potholed B roads, our tiny car parks, and the innate hatred we have towards anyone who looks like they might be showing off a bit too much? Does the Stormtrooper from California really belong here, or does it look a little out of place? Let's go and find out. Generally, the Model X is a very easy car to drive, just like the S. It's automatic, there's no handbrake, there's no ignition, you just get in, press the brakes to switch the car on and go. And when you come to a stop, you press park and get out and walk away. The biggest change in here is probably this enormous screen here. The windscreen extends way back above the driver's head and even behind. It's nice, it's really, really nice. It's a cool feature of the car. It looks good from the outside, it looks great from the inside. It is tinted sort of gradually from the top to help when it's sunny, but there are also a pair of sun visors. They're not great, to be honest. They're a little bit flimsy the way they fold out, and they're actually very small, so you'd probably want to keep some sunglasses with you regardless. So far, so good. And now, finally, it's time to talk about those doors. Tesla calls them Falcon wing, and without a shadow of a doubt, they look spectacular. When you've got enough room to open them fully, they turn the Model X into a spaceship, or rather, a spaceship with really convenient access to the second and third rows of seats. But that's the thing. They look great fully open, but finding space to do so isn't always as easy as it sounds. Completely by chance, we found ourselves in a train station multi-storey car park, where the doors simply refused to open wide enough for us to get in or out. To Tesla's credit, if this car park was part of our daily commute, we could force the doors to open further with the press of a button, then teach the car to open exactly that far at that GPS position. But for spontaneous family trips to the shopping centre, or indeed to a different train station car park, this doesn't really help. The Model X takes what Tesla got so right with the Model S and packages it in a way which is appealing to well-heeled families. The car's ease of use, space, comfort and fun factor are all right up there with the very best, while the performance is as shocking and addictive as ever. But sometimes the Model X just feels like it's trying too hard. We're not sure if anyone really benefits from a car closing its own doors when you press the brake pedal, and as much as we love them, the Falcon wings are just a bit too slow and a bit too clumsy and perhaps just too alien. People no doubt said the same when the gear lever moved inside and the brake pedal was switched from the right to the middle in the early 20th century. But for such a major change to something as fundamental as the doors, it's going to take some real getting used to. As we all know, if there's any group willing to adjust for something brave and new, it's the tech-mad early adopters, and they're already queuing up to buy Teslas with the enthusiasm of Apple fans. Their buying power has meant Tesla can now build the cheaper, simpler Model 3, and that,
with the Model S and X acting as flagships, will be the one for us all to get excited about.